Okay. So, why do we dream? No. When I close my eyes, I think about the times that I dream. And when I think about the times that I dream, I stop and I stop and wonder, why do we dream? Is it to predict the future, or is it to understand what could happen, what an option is, what an option that can happen, as opposed to what really does happen? I've had many of those kinds of dreams throughout my life, and I never understood why I have those dreams. Never understood it. Still don't. But I guess one solace of that is that when I have one of those dreams, I know that whatever the outcome that I dream, it will more likely be the opposite. To give an example, I I had a dream one night to where I got back to work late. Well, late as in taking a longer lunch than normal. And the dream turned into me being fired from my job. And that was 3 months, about 3 months ago. Just randomly, I just had that dream at a very specific set of circumstances. Was talking to my mom, you know, just just talking, and I got back to work late, and I was fired. But in reality, I did not get fired from my job. It's weird to me, to the fact that I have those kinds of dreams. This wasn't one of them. Me doing this just on a whim was not one of those dreams. I just decided to do this because that popped into my head. Why do we dream? Could be a whole bunch of things, psychological, social, yes. Let me, hang on. Ugh, yeah, this is not scripted. This is not scripted whatsoever. Let me try that again. I think the reason why we dream is because of a psychological and a way of seeing in the future, at least to me, because the dreams that I've had have always been in the future. Depends. When I was younger, I had a dream that it was like 3 years in the future. Now it's only a few months in the future. When I turn 30, I'm 23. When I turn 30, it could be a few weeks, 40, a few days, 50, a few hours from a certain time frame. I have no idea. But that's just how I see it. You may call me crazy, you may call me insane, you may call me a babbling buffoon that has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and I do not know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just a guy sitting at his computer screen doing nothing with a blank screen in the background on Streamlabs OBS. No games in the background. Just talking in my headset in this recording session. That is it. So, I repeat the question. Why do we dream? I think it's me, but I think why we dream is to reflect on who we are and what we will possibly become. Who we are and who we will become are two different things. Who we are now when we are young. I am a 23-year-old young man who does not have his shit together. By that I mean I have no girlfriend, I have no goals in life, only to work until I die. Plain and simple. Just go until I stop. Just go until I cannot work anymore. The only goal I have is to have enough money to buy a new vehicle. That's it. That's my only goal right now in life. To have enough money to buy a new car. That's it. Something easy to ascertain. Some folks may call it impossible to attain due to certain financial and something for yeah, due to certain, I guess, just financial hardships, due to Rona. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna call it by its designation. Fuck no, just call it what it is. The coronavirus, the Ronavirus, the China virus, the Chink virus. Be realistic here. Came from China, was made in China. Just like we call it, Ebola, just because, like, just how we call it Ebola. Because where'd it come from? Someplace in Africa called it Ebola, I think. I don't fucking know. Anyway. I'm not some sort of philosopher or psychiatrist or some desk jockey that sits behind a desk all day long and looks at his computer screen. I'm not. I work outside all day long. Man, this went way off topic. I just realized that. Well, what are you gonna do when you're not always on topic? When your mind races constantly? When your brain doesn't know when to stop? When your mouth moves faster than your brain can physically and mentally formulate sentences and coherent phrases and all this other kinds of fucking blah 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 bull fucking shit that in reality you have that you're just constantly wanting to move, that you just always just want to be in motion. Your brain just doesn't want to stop, and you just want to constantly do something. And when you don't do something, your mind starts to wander, your mind starts to race, your mind starts to formulate all these kinds of different situations and circumstances that will more likely not be a thing, that they will most likely not happen, but you always just keep having these sorts of situations and scenarios in your mind where you think that this seems plausible, this seems feasible, this seems realistic, this idea in your head that you just magically conjure up. And when you tell people that, they look at you with a certain disdain and fear in their eyes. They don't show it. They don't show any kind of emotion, but you just look in their eyes and you see just this fear of, are you insane? Are you crazy? Like, are you normal? And that's another thing. What is normal? To me, normal is somebody that to me, being normal is not letting people define who you are. You don't go with the social economical norm. You keep true to yourself and who you are and how you are raised, and you put on a face. You act like you're a part of something, when in reality you know that you're not. You see people on the street, on the road, in stores, and movie theaters, and bars, and all this other places, and things, and cruise ships, and planes, and everywhere else. And if your mind is racing, if your mind is constantly thinking, you sit there and wonder, I wonder what they're thinking. They're certainly thinking about themselves, not thinking of, this guy looks awfully suspicious. This guy is, not acting the way that you should be in this certain situation. He's fidgeting. His eyes are going back and forth. He's constantly looking around. He's not. It's like he's acting like he's up to something that's not good. It's when your mind has time to race, when you are not constantly keeping your mind on one focus, on one goal, you start going down a certain path of thinking. You come up with all these different situations and scenarios. If someone breaks in my house, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a weapon. I'm going to post up somewhere down the hallway. I'm going to post up behind the couch. I'm going to post up right behind the door. I'm going to post up in the kitchen. I'm going to post up in the bathroom and wait for them to come by and smash me in the head or put around in them with this, that, and this. You start thinking about all these scenarios and situations. that will more likely never happen. But you sit there and wonder, but what if I'm not properly prepared? And when that does happen, I'm not ready for it. I'm not prepared, and I'm not in that mindset of situational awareness that if someone does try to break into my house, I won't have time to set up. I won't have time to prepare an ambush. I won't have time to give them a warning that they will probably die. That goes with anything. Anything. You're on the road. If if not if not listening to music, your eyes are going left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down, bottom right, bottom left, top right, top left, center. No, like you watch all these minute details. That car isn't there. That sign wasn't there. That mailbox is different. The grass has been cut. There's a limb missing off the tree on the right side of the road. There's somebody has a new fucking camper sitting in their driveway. You sit there and drive, and you're not doing anything, and your mind isn't preoccupied with listening to music or doing anything productive with itself. Like thinking, what am I gonna play tonight? What am I gonna do tonight? Am I gonna have a beer? Am I gonna go out and get sodas? Am I gonna go out and buy stuff for the weekend? Am I gonna probably watch a movie? When you're not thinking of that kind of when you're not thinking of that kind of stuff, your mind will start to find other things to preoccupy itself. Like looking around the road, focusing on little tiny details in your vehicle that you never knew before. There's a light out in my dashboard. Didn't know that this was a little secret compartment in the center console of my car. My radio can do this. My phone can do that. I can hit the fucking skip button 3 times and had 4 songs. That kind of stuff. There's just stuff that you just don't realize that you subconsciously do, and then all of a sudden, when you're not doing anything, when you're not thinking of anything that you deem important, it clicks. It clicks. Things start to click. All these little things that you're just starting to notice come together, and it just brings out this whole wide picture that you finally start to see. That's been right in front of you for the longest time. And you realize, maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe the social norm and the social constructive normalcy that everybody's, that's been fabricated by society for years and years and years. Maybe that's the problem. You sit there and think. To me, what I'm doing right now, what I'm thinking, what I'm portraying, what I'm acting like, this is normal to me. Everybody else looks at you with a sort of confused and scared look on their face, like, this is not normal. This should not be normal. This guy should be locked up in an insane asylum. But in reality, you're expressing yourself for who you are, not the other way around. You've been put on 120 milligrams of fucking ADHD medicine for the past 12 years. No, wait, sorry, 15. Since first grade, all the way up to your 17th or 18th birthday. You quit that shit cold turkey, and guess what? No relapse, no withdrawal, no nothing. Took so damn long that you finally realized that shit didn't work. Stopped working sophomore year of high school. But you still took it because you know the social mentality is that if you don't take this, then you're not normal. If you're not taking this kind of medicine, then guess what? You are not normal. But the truth of the matter is, you have never been normal. Never, ever, ever been normal. From the second that you've been diagnosed with ADHD, you yourself have not been considered normal by society. You have been considered different. And you sit there and wonder, but I think the same. I act the same. I can go out and have a decent conversation with any other person in the goddamn world. But I'm not considered normal no more. Because of a attention disorder. Because my mind constantly races at 1,000 miles a minute. Because of that, people look at you differently. Like you were some unknown creature in the world of normalcy. So, tell me, why do we dream? Is it to escape the normalcy of life? To dream about how we are without these problems that we have? These social and psychological problems that we have? Or is it to just escape the normalcy? To escape the social problems that we have? The social and economical and psychological hardship that we face every single damn day. Again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatric doctor. I'm just a 23-year-old guy from Maryland whose mind races a mile a minute. And if I don't have someone preoccupying me, then this kind of shit pops into my head. So yeah. There was no reason for this video whatsoever. I just hit record on a blank screen, on a window cap, on a game capture on Stream OBS. Now here it is, a 26-minute video. Me just straight talking. Anyway. Thank you for listening to this piece of audio, I guess you could call it. This is just audio. This is gonna go up on YouTube. Just gonna be called, I don't know, A black screen talk. I have no idea. But anyway. Thank you for listening to this. If you have listened to this whole entire thing, thank you very much. If not, you clicked on it for 30 seconds and listened and just went, what the fuck? And clicked off. I don't blame you. Listen to the ramblings of a madman. He's trying to find purpose in life, but hasn't found it yet. And he's doubtful that he ever will. Anyway. Good day, good night, good evening, good afternoon. Goodbye.